and casually play Dead Signal for everyone. I don't know. I can't. I can't rhyme it. Why is Coke Zero so much better than Diet Coke? They taste so different. It's very simple. Coke Zero tastes like cola, and Diet Coke tastes like aspartame tinged fizzy water. I fear Pepsi Max is the Coke. Do you know what, Zyla? I used to be a Pepsi Max enjoyer. Pepsi Max was my go-to. In fact, those of you who've been watching the stream long enough, you may remember a day when I used to drink Pepsi Max on stream. And then one day I just started having Coke Zero instead. And I realized that like it actually tastes way better. Like it's got like a crisper taste. It's like a weird thing to say, right? It's got like a crisper taste. Whereas like Pepsi Max is almost like, it's almost too sweet. I still like it, but like when I go back to it, I'm like, If you want to giggle, check out the trailer for the game Baby. I've seen that, Steve. Yeah, it looks very funny. Dark Dr. Pepper kind of guy. I mean, I do like Dr. Pepper. It's really good. That's really good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what made me change from Pepsi Max to Coke Zero, but I've enjoyed the change. I used to be a Pepsi enjoyer, but now, nah, I don't think I could say that now, in all honesty. Like, I like both, but like, you know, if I'm going to choose one while I'm streaming, it's only ever going to be Coke Zero. Definitely not Diet Pepsi, though. Not Diet Pepsi. Definitely not Diet Coke, though. Like, I'll have a Diet Coke and I'll enjoy it, but to me, it's like almost not. It's a weird thing to say. It's almost like not a cola. Like, it doesn't taste like cola. It has its own taste. Oh, okay, we're just casually at 4K, even though my resolution on my desktop isn't 4K. Uh-huh. We're going to bring our webcam down here. Are we chill, boys, tonight? We are chilling. We're chilling. And by chilling, I mean we're going to complete the game, but we're not going to try and complete the game. You know what I'm saying? Make it smaller? Okay, I can't make it too much smaller, though. The reason I can't make it too much smaller is when I try and turn things into short-form content or, you know, export it to YouTube and stuff, the camera can get a little pixelated. It doesn't look great. Hello, Flaker. How you doing? Yeah, it's all right. I'm doing better than yesterday. Yesterday, I don't even know why I streamed yesterday. I had a rough day yesterday, but I'm glad I did, because it was a very nice, like, outpouring of love yesterday, and I think I needed it. Selfishly. Great to hear you're doing better. Yeah, I'm doing a bit better today. Yeah, one day at a time, eh, guys? Right. So we're playing in 4K, which is probably very stupid. In fact, I'm going to go as far as to say I'm going to force it into 1080 because this is going to end in freaking tears otherwise. I can tell already if I don't play this in 1080, it's going to just go horribly wrong. What do you call a bug on the moon? A lunatic? Well done. By the way, for those of you who didn't know, Digilad was streaming earlier. I saw him get the live streaming role on the Discord and I was like, huh. Digilad streams? Can we get a shout out for Digilad? A super shout? Guys, go and give Digilad some love. Go give Digilad some love. 1080p is for peasants? Look, I agree with you. 1080p is for filthy peasants and 4K is for PC Gamer Master Race. But Twitch doesn't support 4K streaming. So I kind of have to stream in 1080p, which means there's no point in playing in in 4K. 80733. Been a while since I've played this. We'll see how we do. Hey, Gooder. Popped in for a bit. A friend of mine in college playing a lot of flying games. I love a flying game. I need to do another flight simulator stream at some point. I'm hopefully... I don't mind telling you guys. I've been in contact... Well, I say I've been in contact. They've been in contact with me. You know Gaijin Entertainment? They make War Thunder. They want me to do a sponsored stream, two sponsored streams, one for War Thunder, which is a great game, and one for their new game called Crossout, which is, I'm getting the impression it's like a Demolition Derby Mad Maxi kind of War Thunder. Seems interesting. So we're probably going to do that. However, I was planning on doing it like tomorrow and the next day. But the agency, despite me begging, still haven't sent through the contracts. So, at the moment, we're not doing that yet. But I really want to. Hello, Couch Potatoes. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. I hope Odin is doing well. We get a super shout for our good friend Couch as well, who's currently going through all the Resident Evil games, which, as you know, I'm a big fan of. Crossout been out for a while, I think? Oh, I don't know. Does anyone want to know what almost made me cry when I got home from work today? Sure. Within reason, he says. Oh, I feel like I can't concentrate today on this game. We've only just started. Guys, have I missed any objects yet? I feel like I haven't. That's alright, fellow CEO. I recorded a podcast with a fellow CEO a few weeks ago, actually. I don't know when it's coming out. We were talking about movies and video games that were like, basically, you shouldn't have played and or watch as kids, but you did. I'm sure you've all got examples of that. I'm sure you've all got examples of that. Like, did you guys watch stuff or did you guys watch stuff or play stuff when you were like just way too young for it? Have you got any good examples of that? My cat had poop in his fur and dragged it all over the floor and the carpet, spent an hour cleaning it up. Yay. Oh god. Red Tails, it's a 12 and I watched it when I was a 7. I don't think that's too bad, to be fair. I'm thinking more like I saw Jurassic Park, the first one, in the cinema. I was like 5. I was 5. Like, Jurassic Park is a horror film. Like, it is a full-blown horror film. I love it, don't get me wrong. It's not appropriate for a 5-year-old. I mean, I wasn't scared. I was jumping up and down on my chair with excitement. Yeah, I mean, it literally cemented my love of dinosaurs forever. But then also, like, I think about when I was a kid, you know, I loved RoboCop and The Terminator and Predator and Alien and Aliens. Is that a dead person? I don't know why I'm leaning so much. It's the corner of my screen. And I saw those when I was a young kid, and I loved it. And not only that, not only did I see these films, which are definitely 18 certificate and very gory and bloody and violent, I had toys. I had like a RoboCop action figure, a Terminator action figure, Aliens and Predator action figures, comics. And like, when you think about that now, I can't think of an example nowadays where that's true. Can you guys think of like proper like X-rated 18 certificate films nowadays which kids have direct exposure through, like through toys and stuff like that? I can't think of anything. I feel like it was just a different time period. I too idolized Lara Croft growing up. I mean, who didn't, right? Halloween? In what way? You probably know more than I do. Jedi Girl, in what way is it marketed at kids? You probably know something I don't. So I'm curious. Because, like, when I look back at films from the early 90s and the 80s, even like the extremely adult movies, they had toys. I don't mean like when I mean toys, I don't mean, I'll show you what I mean. You can buy the Halloween costume for little kids. True, but do they understand the context? I mean like child age appropriate stuff. I'm just going to get up an example. So like, I'll bring up Game Build here. So RoboCop action figure 90s. I don't know if this is... So look, this see, this is what I mean, right? You look at this, right? RoboCop was an 18 film. It is an extremely gory, violent film with, like it's full blown. If you've never seen RoboCop, it's full on. And these were like toys for kids. They weren't how do I describe it? So if I go like Alien Romulus, that's a recent film, right? Alien Romulus, I'm going to put toy. There isn't any. Because what these are, these aren't toys. These are like posed miniatures that are extremely expensive that are aimed at millennials with disposable income. Like me. I'm the target audience for this kind of thing. They're not toys for kids. But then, like, when you go back, like, 20, 30 years, you had proper toys of 18 films. And, like, when you think about the logic of it, like, it doesn't make sense, does it? And it would be the equivalent of, what's a modern day, like, really extreme film? Because I don't think the modern day Halloweens of that full on, are they? The Terrifier? The Terrifier. So imagine if The Terrifier came out of the cinema, right? Horrendously violent film. Horrendously violent film. Imagine if they made toys of The Terrifier that were marketed at kids. And I don't mean action figures that are like, you know, 50 to 200 pounds that are like, you know, they're clearly for adults. 8C, 30 minutes. Okay. Oh my God. By the way, can I just say, I feel so alive right now. Like, Moz has kept me very good company today. But like I've struggled to like engage my brain today. And my God, it feels good like just doing this and talking about an interesting topic. It's good, man. It's really good. Who says streaming was bad for you? Yeah, like Starship Troopers had a range of toys when it came out as well. Starship Troopers is a very violent film with extremely complex political issues at the root of it. Like it's a postmodernism film criticizing fascism. Which is like... We had the Starship Troopers animated Saturday morning show. We did, but this is before that. There was a range of toys even before that that were just alongside the film when the film launched. And like you look at the figures and they were very much in the vein of, you know, the old school Star Wars toys from like the 70s and 80s? They were basically like that. Yeah, Digilad, you don't want to know anything about the human centipede. Don't watch that film, my friend. Stay pure. Stay pure. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. It was 8C, wasn't it? What I meant to say is I'm not an idiot. I meant to come here for the booster. I watched it and I want my time back. See, I thought the first Human Centipede was quite good as like a schlocky film for the first, like, you know, basically up until they're completely captured and then the operation happens. I think everything before the operation, it was like an okay horror film. You know what I mean? I think everything after that was just eh. Like, you could have ended the film. You could have ended the film after they wake up. Like, it should have been like a short film, not like a film. And then the sequels are just some of the worst things ever made. It dragged on and on. I might be misremembering it, to be honest. I've not seen it since I think since I was a teenager myself. I've not seen it in a very long time. I don't like horror movies. I wouldn't even classify it as a horror movie. I think it was just like more schlocky gore fest. 37865. 37865. The shock gore piece? Yeah. I mean, kind of like the Terrifier is now, I suppose. Like, I recently watched the Terrifier for the first time. About 2-3 months ago. And I gotta say, like, I think people overhype that film a lot. It's just a gore fest. That's all it is. That's all the film is, and that's all it is for like an hour and a half.
Thanks for the follow, sausage.
I don't mind gore in films when it's appropriate. I mean, it's the same with like any violence. Violence, sex, swearing, you know, drugs, rock and roll. It's all absolutely fine in any art form so long as it, you know, it fits and it doesn't outstay its welcome and it's appropriate for what's going on. The Terrifier was just like, just a relentless gore fest, and I was kind of bored by the end of it. I was like, oh no, now someone else is coming to check what that sound was. Shock horror, they get murdered as well. And I'm like, okay. Hello, Hobbit, how you doing? Welcome in. Go Tanks, hello, good to see you. I like some gore movies, but it's easy to go too far in my taste. It just needs to be appropriate. And like, if it's like to the level that's appropriate, then it's like, I don't know, it's shocking. And I think if gore isn't shocking, then why are you doing that scene? You know what I mean? Like, it's meant to be a really shocking thing. Like the beginning of RoboCop. Holy shit. If you've not seen the beginning of RoboCop, whew, there you are, sticking a DVD on. Oh, I want to watch a film about a robot policeman. Oh boy. The beginning of RoboCop might be one of the most savage openings to a film of all time. The original, not the remake. Not the remake. That's a bit tamer. Like, you've got your protagonist, Murphy, and he's basically Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 2. He's like this bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, brand new rookie cop. And he makes the mistake of, like, going up against these hardened criminals in futuristic, dystopian, Detroit. And, good God, like, they just torture him to death with shotguns. And it's actually quite a quick scene. I remember it being longer, but it's actually over faster than you think, but it doesn't feel like it. Oh my God, the scene goes on and on and on when you're watching it. You're like, oh my God, this poor man. It's so good though. But like, the shock value is instantaneous and immense. Because up until then, you've had like 20 minutes of, you know, casual cop banter and, oh, ha ha ha, first day on the beat, rookie, ha ha ha. Like, it's all, you know, you can tell they're dealing with rough stuff, but like, it's a fairly optimistic beginning, and then you just get immediately brought back down to earth. It's very effective.
Thanks for the follow, sausage.
Hey, thank you for the follow. You miss my streams? Oh, thank you. It's very kind of you to say. Thank you for the follows, guys. You're amazing. So yeah, it's that's how, in my opinion, that's how things like gore should be used. Sparingly and impactfully. No, you? Oh, thank you, Firefly. Yeah, it needs to be impactful. If it's not impactful, like, what are you doing? I feel the same about Phone in Hall 1. I think I did that. The one at the end. Yeah, I did this already. Thank you, though. Oh, hello, sausage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I went and rewatched the pineapple video again and was happy to see 1,000 people have also enjoyed it. Yeah, that video's kind of done pretty well, actually. The video's done pretty well. You know, it's not like a normal video we do. I thought to myself, why not just do a video of me talking and like the focus is on us talking and not the game itself? Well, did you, lad? No. But yeah, people seem to like it. I'm starting to do more just content in general of me rather than say like Phasmo memes and stuff. Don't be wrong, I still do the occasional Phasmo meme, but most content now that's going up on the socials, on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, is just me. I think that's the key. Is if you get people to like you as a person, as a content creator, whatever, then it helps with like streaming variety and stuff. There's a bag over the back. See there? Oh, hello, Lucas. Okay. I was laughing so hard at you just assuming my innocence. You were right, but still. We were birds of a feather that night, Firefly. I've not looked at the quota or anything. Has anyone got any idea of how good or bad are we doing? I'm trying not to think about it too much. Are we doing okay? How are we doing okay? We probably need to do Mrs. What's-Her-Face. We're okay? Okay. Yeah, we're at 11, or sorry, 9 past 11. So the next high value item needs to go to, I've forgotten her name. I need, oh, perfect timing! Lotus, there we go. Bingo. Alright, Lotus reset. 90 minutes we've just bought with Locust, give or take. I wanted to call her Mrs. Del Taco, which just isn't true. Just making up a name for her. Mrs. Bumfluff, or whatever her name is. Oh, God. It's too early for thingy, I think, isn't it? Yeah, it's too early for the breather. I'm sure it is. It usually comes from about 11:30 onwards, right? Me confused? If you type !dead signal in chat, all one word, you'll get a nice little walkthrough of the whole game and what we're doing, why we're doing it, who's trying to get us, how I can get through the night. The only reason I don't explain it every single time people ask is because it's quite a complicated game and I would honestly be here for the next... Okay, 20 minutes to be... Oh, hang on. Phone. I'd be here for like the next 5-10 minutes just explaining it to one person. And then the thing that's going to happen is in 10 minutes time someone else will come in and say, oh, how do you play this? Bravo 2? Isn't it 2 Bravo? But Bravo 2 makes more sense to me. Okay. B2 stealth bomber. Okay. Okay, guys, we're delivering a package to a B2 stealth bomber. We've not had female noir yet, which I'm mildly shocked at. That's the dream. Mm-hmm. I reckon we'll have the female noir when we get down to the second floor. It's so not 1%. Yeah, I agree with you. So that lift crashing is meant to be a 1% chance. I've had it so many times. Do we blame Digi? No, we don't. Oh well, that was a warm-up. It seems easy enough. Jedi Girl, this is probably one of the hardest games you've ever played. And that's just normal difficulty. Nightmare difficulty is the normal game, but twice as hard. It is not easy at all. At all. It's insanely hard. Dagita, hello, welcome in. You are the 1%. I don't know, because I'm sure they said it was about 1% chance when the Nightmare update came out. But I do wonder if on Nightmare difficulty it's higher than 1%. Even if it was like a 5%, that's still like a significant increase. Hello, Holly. 97165. 97165. Did we just get the lift death? We did. Not a bad start. Me and Moz started watching White Lotus today. Pretty good. We're 2 episodes in. We're enjoying it. White Lotus. Yep, that's the name of the show. Yeah, because we finished Succession last week, and Moz quite rightly said we need something else good to watch. So yeah, we started White Lotus. I'm enjoying it so far. It's a pretty good cast. You've got quite well-known people in it. Like, off the top of my head, you've got like Sydney Sweeney, which this is the first time I've ever seen Sydney Sweeney in a program or film. I've genuinely never seen her in anything. She's like a household name. Everyone knows who she is, right? But I've never actually watched anything with her in. And this is the first time I've seen her. And she's like a bratty teenager, rich girl. I don't know. You've got her dad is played by a guy who's been in like a whole crap load of things. I've forgotten the actor's name. Jennifer Coolidge is in it. Yes, she's great in it. You've got Alexandra Daddario? Is that the name? She's in it. Basically, like, nearly every character is like, you recognize them. Even if you don't know their name, you know them from other stuff. So it's kind of like an all-star cast. It's pretty cool, actually. Sweeney and Daddario, we never stood a chance. Kilo Lima, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's just say Moz has put her hand in front of my eyes a couple of times already. There's been a couple of scenes where, you know, Moz has put her hand in front of my eyes. As a joke, guys. She's not, you know, not for sensitive viewers, not for husbands to see, I don't think. It's good though. It's very good. I recommend it. We're only 2 episodes in, but I can sort of already tell it's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. So anyone who has seen it, no spoilers, please. No spoilers. Am I right in saying that each series of White Lotus takes place in a different hotel? With like a whole different cast? That's a pretty cool concept if that's the case. You kind of have infinite creativity there, because you can keep it going forever, because you can just come up with new plot points, new locations, new characters. Like, you can just keep it fresh indefinitely. It's a really clever idea for a series. And because there's always a new selection of, I nearly said heroes, which is not what I mean, because there's always a new selection of stars you can get. It means that they'll always have a nice fresh cast. It's quite a clever thing. It's a resort chain. And some people overlap. Okay, alright. Thank you for no spoilers. I appreciate that. Season 2 is Italy. Season 3 is Thailand. I've seen the advert for Season 3. I think that's why we started watching. We saw the advert for Season 3. Although, there is something about that advert which does upset me. Those of you who have been to resorts or hotels, would you say it's uncommon for the person at the desk or the concierge or something to say the full name of the hotel and the location? That felt a bit like too much of a TV script. Welcome to the White Lotus, looks at the camera. Thailand. You're like, okay, I get this is a trailer, and you're basically saying, hey, White Lotus is back, and it's in Thailand this time. But if I went into a hotel, I don't know, it'd be weird. Welcome to the Premier Inn, London Luton Airport. Exactly, right? It'd be weird. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm weird. I am weird, to be fair. We're doing okay so far, I think. Maybe. We've got 3 items. It's 20 past 10. That's not too shabby. Welcome to Thailand in the South Thailand. Yeah. That's why we like you, don't worry. Is that why you guys like me? You guys like me because I'm weird? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. $76025, thank you. I also got the impression, and I'm just going to make this observation out loud, and me and Moz kind of agreed on this. It seems like it's a bit like Succession in the sense that every single character seems quite unlikable. And I don't know if that's the case, because one of the characters who in the first episode you thought was quite like innocent and nice kind of does something, or tries to do something absurdly selfish in the second episode. I can't do much, but I can keep an eye on a code, and we love you for it. Thank you. So I get the impression like all the characters are kind of shitty. I like it when TV shows do that, when they show that everyone's a bit flawed. Within reason, right? Within reason. Eileen, hello. Or hi-ho, I should say. It's off to work we go. That's a point. Is that Snow White film ever coming out? Does anyone know anything about that? Wasn't it like pushed back or delayed, or was it cancelled? I actually don't know. Is Snow White still coming out? Definitely had characters I liked, but not because they were good people. I mean, usually the worst, nastiest characters are sometimes the best characters. Didn't it already come out? I actually have no idea. March 21st? Oh. HBO Standard is so good. It's literally just a show about people staying at a hotel, and it's 10 out of 10. I love HBO. Giggles, hello. How are you doing? Welcome in. It's lovely to see you. Have you seen the TV show Ghosts with Rose McIver? Husband and I really like that show. I don't think I've seen it, but the name does ring a bell. What's it about? It's about ghosts. Snow White and the 7 bad YouTube comments. I don't know. I don't really know anything about the new Snow White. Dog! There's a dog! Guys, there's a dog! Hello, sunshine. It's lovely to see you. Dead signal, you're beloved. Mine too. There's a British ghost out there? Ah, okay. My favourite show from HBO was Boardwalk Empire. Boardwalk Empire, I think, first came out when I was like a teenager. So, like, I started watching it when it very first came out. I think I was just a bit too young for it. I would love to, like, go back to it and watch it. You know what I mean? Did you guys ever find that, like, you watch something when you're a bit too young and you don't fully appreciate it? But, like, if you watched it as an adult, you'd be like, oh my god, one of the best things I've ever seen. You certainly take on a completely new meaning from a lot of media when you get older, I think. You find things a lot more tragic. Like, when you can actually relate to them. Oh, there's a... Oh, the code's changed. 27901. Hunchback of Notre Dame is the best Disney movie? I mean, obviously it's subjective. I've only seen Hunchback once, I think. What's my favorite? Oh, so when we say Disney film, we are strictly speaking, you know, like the animated films from like the 50s through to, I mean, what was the last one they made? Actually don't know. Lilo and Stitch. Oh, Lilo and Stitch is great, yeah. Do you know what, Kilo Lim? I might be there with you. I think my favourite might be Aladdin. I loved Aladdin. Oh my god, it was so good. Like, Aladdin was top tier. Every character is extremely memorable as well. All the songs were great. Oh man, I miss old school Disney films, man. They just don't make them like that anymore. I wish they would stop. I know this is a take that's about as warm as lukewarm water. But I kind of wish that Disney would stop modernizing their old films now. I'm kind of sick of it. Like, the 3D Lion Kings are kind of dog shit when you put them next to the original Lion King. Like, I know this is not a new take. Everyone agrees, right? But come on, man, like, just stop. Just make new shit. You're like one of the biggest, most powerful, well-funded conglomerates in the world. You don't need to just dig up the graves of your old content. It's so lazy, man. Tennessee. The Disney Renaissance period in the 90s was full of so many hits. Yeah, and they just didn't really continue with that, did they? Then there are very few people who defend all of the live-action ones. Yeah. And like this is the unfortunate thing, right? A lot of the live-action remakes, they're fine. They're passable. Like, they're good, but none of them are great. None of them are better than the originals. So it's like, well, if we're not improving on it, why are we bothering? Well, I mean, we all know the answer, right? Money. But like, I remember me and Moz saw like The Jungle Book when that came out of the cinema. It was quite a few years ago now, but the new one, I mean, like the remake. We saw The Jungle Book, and I was like, it's fine. It might even be called good. But it was dog shit next to the original one. Money and copyright. Yes, I mean, this is actually a huge thing that Hobbit brings up. Basically, if they don't use the IP, then technically it becomes like free use for everyone, right? Like, because that's what happened with Steamboat Willie. Don't they have to use it by a certain amount of time to like refresh the copyright on the IP, basically, right? Cinderella was actually really good. The rest I've seen. Which one was Cinderella? What, just straight up Cinderella film? I don't even remember that existing. I don't remember that being made. When was that? 27901. Can't have that now, can we? No. Although, given that demo that we played of that Steamboat Willie horror game, maybe Disney should have used the license and kept it in-house, because...
Come closer.
I'm not being funny. That demo we played was shit. It was. I didn't want to say at the time, because you might have, like, devs in the chat, and I don't want to be too rude. But it was pretty poo, wasn't it? It weren't great. I'm always so conscious when we're playing like smaller games. Like if we're playing like a big budget game, I don't really give a shit. But if we're ever playing something on the smaller side, I'm always very mindful about cussing games out too hard. Because like if you're a developer, like let's say you're a solo developer and like not that many, I've already done the phone. Not that many people have picked up your game, and you go on the category on Twitch and one streamer is playing it and you're like, oh, interesting. And you go in the stream and you're like, oh my god, I hope they're enjoying it. And then you bring the streamer and it's just the streamer talking shit about your game that you've spent like a year making of your life, while their chat is ridiculing everything about your work as well. So I don't know, I get a bit... Don't get me wrong, it's right to criticize things and it's right to be honest about things. But I think in the moment it sometimes feels very rough to do that, because I imagine they might be in chat, and how would that feel? That'd be awful. Especially if they're like a really small dev, hello Goblin. Kai, can I follow you down the street and then whisper in your ear from the back, come closer, don't move? I mean, I would advise against it. Hello Starstruck, good to see you. That was a rough indie horror night. Yeah. Speaking of indie horror night, oh, hang on. Speaking of indie horror night, did you know we've uploaded a new indie horror video? Literally like an hour or two before stream. Did you know? Would you like the link? Here is the link. Please go and like and subscribe and comment and all the rest of it. Thank you, Starstruck. I appreciate that. I got my notifications on. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm learning having notifications on is actually insanely important. Because I'm still quite new to the YouTube world, and I'm finding my feet still and learning things. I've got the stats. I've got like 13,000 subscribers now, and I think only about 4,000 people have notifications on, like 3,500 or 4,000. It makes such a difference. Because like if you put a video up that those people want to see, it was Lucas. If you put a video up that they want to see, they'll click that link when it appears, right? It's like a going live notification for Twitch.
Have you tried not dying?
But if you upload something that they don't want to see, they're not going to click it. And
have you tried not dying?
And if you're uploading things and people don't have the notifications, then basically you need to hope and pray that it appears in their YouTube feed. How did you die? Lucas, the sniper. We were too busy talking. It's fine. Although I will say my my Instagram is... my Instagram's doing well at the moment, guys. If you don't follow me on Instagram, well, you should. Because it's popping off at the moment. It's doing well. After like 27020. After like, I want to say How long have I actually been trying on Instagram? Probably actually trying on Instagram, like, I don't know, 6 to 9 months. And I just had zero traction on Insta. Zero. Like, I couldn't get anyone to interact with posts. I barely got views on reels, and you can go back in the reels. Like, it was rough. Like I'd upload something on TikTok, it'd get like, you know, 400,000 views, and I'd put the same post up on Instagram and it would get 40. And you'd be like, oh, god damn it, man. And then I don't know what happened, but somehow the algorithm pushed a couple of my posts on Insta, and then it sort of started snowballing from there. And now I'm like regularly getting thousands and thousands of views on every single thing, which is, it's a really nice feeling. It's a really nice feeling. It really is. Okay, I'm not seeing anything yet. Ghostkai. You should see his OnlyFans. I don't have an OnlyFans. Come on. I know you're joking. I don't think I would be doing something like that. Or is that what you want us to think? If I had one, why would I want you to think that I didn't have one? You know what I mean? If I had one, wouldn't I want you to know? OnlyFans, the DLC for Twitch streamers. Make sure you get the battle pass. Oh, dear me. Feels like we're not getting momentum tonight, does it? The fan pass? I don't know what that means. Oh, dear. If we get killed very soon, again, I might put on that game where you're digging a hole. I was speaking to Insim about it the other day after we raided him. And he told me it's a pretty great game, actually. He really enjoyed it. So I'll take his recommendation on it. Because whenever providing it's a streamer I get on well with, if I see them playing a game that they seem to be enjoying, I'll drop them a little DM on Discord and say, like, oh, this game you were playing, like, you know, what's the score? Did you enjoy that? Or was it like, you know, wink wink? Did you enjoy it, or were we pretending for chat? You know? Because, you know, sometimes people will look like they're having a really good time with a game, and then, like, under the surface, they fucking hated it. And it's really hard to tell sometimes. Like, sometimes I might seem like I hate Dead Signal, but I actually love it. It's great. I love this game so much. But I get frustrated in that, obviously, when I get killed. Ghostkai gaslights his chat. I don't gaslight my chat. Sorry, have we not got a single object and it's 20 past? Is this run cooked already? I think it might be. In the last run, we had like... Oh, there's an iPad. Okay, maybe we'll get something now. In the last run, we had like 3 or 4 objects by 20 past. Game dug his own hole. 07631. Thank you. Didn't we have that code on the last run? Or it was similar? How many we got killed by Lucas at our desk? When was the last time that happened? Jesus. I don't think that's happened to me since Dead Signal first came out. It shows you where my concentration is tonight. Right, we still only got 1 object. It's 23 past. There's a wallet. That's something. Bloody hell. It's tough today. The thing is, though, like, I feel like I know how to get through this, and the honest truth is I just need to play more. The truth is I don't play this enough to get through Nightmare Mode. Because what usually happens is we'll do a bunch of things to be 45 minutes. Okay. We'll do a bunch of things and we'll make loads of progress and we'll be like consistently getting to like 4 AM or whatever, 5 AM. And then we won't play it for like a month. And then when we do play it again, we've de-skilled. We've gotten worse at the game. I think that's what it is anyway. Whereas if I could just dedicate like a week, but like playing like 5-6 hours a day, I think we'd do it quite easily. We gotta grind out Dead Signal until we win. I mean, maybe. But the thing is, if I just grind Dead Signal relentlessly, I don't know if I'll just kill my soul a little bit. I love the elevator music. That's why I bought the rights to it. I have the rights to it so I can play it whenever I want without issue. Right, don't crash this time. Illithid, hello. Did you enjoy the last Poppy playtime? Yes. But there's an asterisk next to it. So, yes, I thought it was great. However, no, it was also full of bugs. Bad bugs at that. Overall, I would give it like a 7 out of 10 for the full experience. If it was bug-free, it'd be like 9. But some of those bugs were literally game-breaking. How's this run been? This is our 3rd run, Smashly. So we're not doing too hot tonight. We are not doing too hot tonight. I wouldn't mind at all. You could make paint watching interesting. Oh, okay. Hello guys, today we're going to be watching some paint dry. That's a shame, seems to have been a consistently good game. Yeah, I mean, the issue we got with Poppy Playtime 2 was amazing. The thing is, I don't count Poppy Playtime 1. Poppy Playtime 1 is basically a demo. It's 10 minutes long. Poppy Playtime 2 was a fantastic game. It's like a solid 9 out of 10 game. But Poppy Playtime 3 was like a 9.5. But it did have a bunch of bugs on launch, which starting to push it down back the other way. But then Poppy Playtime 4, I got the impression that they rushed it out. You know what I mean? It played like a game that had been pushed out the door just to make money. And that is so toxic for an indie game. You don't want to get that reputation, because it's very hard to recover from that. Wait a minute. No, we're good. Huggy Wuggy is an icon. He is. If anyone wants to see my playthrough of Poppy Playtime Chapter 4, it's on YouTube. If you want to see my thoughts and feelings about the game. I cut out the completely bugged section and I put a disclaimer on screen explaining what happened. Because on YouTube, you don't want to sit there watching someone deal with completely bugged out content for like a whole stream. Not fun. So I think it is important to like hold people to account when they release content in that state, because they knew what state it was in and they released it anyway. They released it, got the money, and then worked for the next couple of weeks fixing things. I don't think you should do that. Just delay it by 2 weeks and fix it first. 29936, thank you. Oops. Whew. Apparently a lot of the original Poppy team left between 3 and 4. Oh, really? Any idea why? Is there like some drama we're not aware of? Oh, that's kind of sad if that's the case. Toxic work environment? Oh, really? Good luck with your taxes, Firefly. Overworking? Oh, that sucks. Oh, well, my sympathies to them. Yeah, that's really awful. It's me, Cheeky Pokey. Yeah, I know who you are. Oh, you're talking to Canadiana Hobbit. Such a prevalent issue? Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I think sometimes success runs away from people and they can't pivot to deal with the massive increases in expectations. So instead of like, you know, paying money and doubling or even tripling the size of your team, they just keep the current team they have and expect them to work 3 times as hard. It's like, it doesn't work like that, man. People have limits. It's like a tale as old as time in any industry, in any business, right? Oh, well, our demands for this product have gone up 400%. So we need you to make 400% more of said product. We physically can't. Well, you'll just have to find a way to make it work. Well, can we have more staff? No. Well, can we have extra money then? No. So how do you expect it to get done? Well, we'll find a way. We'll just make you work longer and harder. I think that's any industry, right? Yeah, that doesn't sound like a productive mindset. You need to be a team player, Eileen. You need to be a team player, okay? We need to really, like, wrap around this and come together. Remember, we're a family here. Box. It's like when 4 staff leave and they get 1 new person and they're like, fixed it. Yep. I was a team player at one job, worked 60 to 70 hours every week for months and decided I'm done with teamwork. Yeah. I mean, teamwork is great when it is teamwork and not collective recognition for an individual's effort. Which does happen in a lot of places, I think. Come on. Oh, we're at 11 now. Right. Need to check. I got scared, chat. I got scared. I got rattled. I did. I got thoroughly shook. Reset. Reset momentum. By the way, does anyone know what games are coming out in the next few months? I feel like I've lost sight of game releases now. And when things release, I just sort of like, oh, that was coming out? And I'm like completely unaware until it's already there and I've missed the boat. The new Monster Hunter's soon, right? I don't know what else is coming out soon. There's got to be a bunch of things. Bathroom. It's not going well tonight, is it, guys? Oh my god, I need to like shake my head. We have not locked in enough tonight. I think we've been too casual. Oh. Quit my job, told the person they want to replace me, which isn't right for the job. Got ignored. They called me 2 weeks later and asked if I could come back because the new person was fired already. That's quite funny. Oh. You know, I was speaking about contracts at the beginning of the stream. They just sent it. Let me have a quick read. Interesting. I'll read later. It's long. It's a legal document. You guys think we can do this tonight? Or do you think we need to go and look at cities? What do you reckon? I'll tell you what, we'll have another go. If we can't find our groove, I think like my head's just all over the place. Like I can't find the level of concentration I usually can for Dead Signal. If I can't find my groove on this run, then we'll go and explore some places in the world and try and guess where they are. With City Guesser, or whatever it's called. Because I had a lot of fun when we did that before. Like a lot. Alright, come on. Everyone, no more silliness. We're going to lock in. We're going to hold each other to account. And we are going to step our game up. Because at this point, we don't have a choice. Okay, code. 63811. Oh! Praise the Dead Signal gods. Okay, come on. It's probably in New York anyway. Probably. If Digi's in chat, it'll be New York. Right. Let's do it. So, with the fact that they've just sent me a contract, I guess we're probably playing War Thunder tomorrow. Now, here's a little something you need to know about tomorrow. They're going to give me a chunk of money for just playing the game for 3 hours. However, there will be a sponsored link, and if 35 people click that sponsored link and make an account, I don't think you even need to play the game. You can use a dummy email address. Not that I'm telling you to do that. If 35 people do that, they give me another big chunk of money. I'm just saying. You didn't hear that, okay? I can't tell you to do that tomorrow. But I can politely suggest it today. Do not make multiple accounts, though, because you could get me in trouble. You gonna be playing with viewers tomorrow? Yeah, sure. If anyone owns War Thunder, we can absolutely get in a squadron. I'm down with that. I definitely have spam emails. Let's go. Just the one though, GGB. Don't sign up with more than one. Am I looking to getting it? I mean, it's a good game. It is genuinely a really good game. If you've ever enjoyed my streams where I've been playing World of Warships, which I've done quite a few of those streams now, because I love it. Imagine that, but planes. That's basically War Thunder. But they have tanks as well now. I've done the dog. I've done the dog. Thank you, though. Yeah, so if you like the idea of World of Warships, it's that, but planes. Air, tank, and boat. Sure, yeah. But the air stuff is the best bit. Let's be real. Only want to have an email account specifically for spammy stuff. Very nice. Yeah, this is a problem. Ground is just tanks with air. Okay. Naval was the same. Will you be able to tell how many people have signed up? They will be able to tell. I think I will have a way of checking. I'll be honest, I'm not too fussed. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But you'd be doing me a solid if you did. That's all it is. It's not like oh, you must. You must. Please, chat. Please, I need it. If not a single person did it, whatever. It's whatever. They originally gave me a widget that was like, oh yes, show how many people signed up out of 300. And I'm like, sorry? How big do you think my channel is? Like, getting a click-through rate is like a hard thing, right? But like convincing someone to create an account on a game and like download it or whatever, that's like a big thing. From like a single stream, getting like 300, like, well, how many does this people have? Like 5,000 viewers? News This Game, are we looking for differences in the rooms? Yeah, so we're looking for interesting things. So we're not looking for, oh, has this bottle moved? We're looking for more like, look, it's a dog. Look, it's a gun. Look, there's a severed arm. Look, there's a suspicious individual. Look, there's an Amazon package. Yeah, we're looking for actual, like, interesting stuff. We're not looking for, like, stuff that's slightly changed. There's a guide that's been put in chat for you right now. It's really useful to understand the game a bit. It's basically a mix between Five Nights at Freddy's, Observation Duty, and Welcome to the Game 2. If all three of those had a baby, it would be Dead Signal. It might be the most succinct way. Now, I'm quite used to some of the objects, so you might see me just report something and you might go, what the fuck? What did he even... And I need to get better at, like, vocalizing what I'm reporting, but when you get, like, truly locked in, even thinking about talking is hard. Because of the level of concentration required when you get later in the game. At the moment, this is not a great run. This is like... We've only got 2. It's like 10:30. Not looking great at the moment, guys. Mid. It is a bit mid. This is a bit of a mid run. But like I say, you know, I did say before this run, if we can't quite find our rhythm with this and we get off to a good start, then we'll go and do some City Getter. It's good fun. Everyone can get involved with that as well. It's really good. Come on. Is it really nothing? Like, I don't know whether it's just a me problem and I'm missing things, but it feels like there's kind of nothing. Now, this is feeling quite rough at the moment. Is the oh, hang on, access point. Here we go. Windows open. The good runs of Dead Signal, you end up getting like between 7 and 9 things in the first hour. That's a good, that's like a solid start. Case, bookshelf, bedroom A. Oh, good spot. Amazing spot. Thank you. High value, I think. Yep. Oh, we got green signal. Did we have green signal at the beginning? I actually can't remember. Yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Yeah. I mean, it's going okay. We're at the quota, but it's not. It's still not a great start yet. It's still an okay start. Come on, Dead Signal. Give me some objects. Pretty please. Some objects. My kingdom for some objects. Oh. C4 on the pillar at the back. You would think this would be a weapon, right? Like a defense item, but it's actually a suspicious package. 6B, 45 minutes. Cool. 6B, my friends. Let's come over here. To be honest, soldiers used to chew on C4. Were they hungry? Be terrible at this game? Everyone's terrible at this game. Until they're not. It's one of those games that, like, the more you play it regularly, more importantly, the better you get it. They chewed it because it was a bit like gum. Okay. I'd imagine it tasted nice. I don't see anything and y'all's seeing them. I have arrived. Hello, Circle Boy. Welcome in. Meow. Right, plop. There we go. So was it 6B? 6B. Cool. Hopefully the door code won't change in that time. I'm going to do normal lift. There's no point going fast lift for the 6th floor. Why did soldiers eat C4? Among field troops in Vietnam, it became common knowledge that the ingestion of small amount of C4 would produce a high, similar to that of ethanol. Others would ingest C4 commonly obtained from the Claymore mine to induce temporary illness in the hope of being sent back on sick leave. So they didn't really eat it because it was like gum. They did it to either get high or get sent home sick. Good to know. The more you know. That's a very different reason. All right. 7,009. 70,009. Has anyone tried Avowed? You know what, Sock Demon? I could have done a sponsorship for Avowed. 80116. And I didn't, because it looked a bit rough. Like, it's on Dare Drop at the moment. I'll probably play it at some point, because it's like free on Game Pass, right? So I'll probably play it at some point. But I don't know when. Because every time I've seen someone like playing it on their stream or something, the combat looks utterly dreadful. It looks like really, I don't know, janky and stiff and, I don't know, just a bit rubbish. Which is a shame because I love Obsidian. I think Obsidian are incredible and they make great RPGs. But I think it might be hard to move past the jankiness because it looks pretty rough. I think it had quite mixed reviews as well, didn't it? Like people saying like there is a good RPG in there somewhere, but you kind of have to like wade through the treacle that is the gameplay to get to it. Remember the Parasite Eve is getting a remake? Can they remake Dino Crisis first? I'm all for a Parasite Eve remake. I think I might have done that one already. I'm just doing it just in case. I'm all for a Parasite Eve remake. Parasite Eve is a great game. Can they do Dino Crisis, please? For the love of God. Have you tried the Alien VR game yet? No. Because I want to stream it. Illithid. Because it's using the Alien Isolation engine. I know what game you're talking about. I want to stream it. It's on my wish list. I'll have to do that soon. I owe you guys a VR stream anyway. I was going to do a VR stream just before Christmas, but then like I had massive technical difficulties with it and it all went horribly wrong. And that was a flight simulator issue, not anything else. Hello, Love and Luck. Parasite was the first 18+ game I ever played. Still haven't finished it. It's good, it's solid. C4 Hallway 2, thank you. Oh, Anna Man. Hello. What, this corridor? Was it this one? Oh yeah, I see it. It's on the left. Great spot. Amazing spot. Oh, the great flight sim breaks of 2024. Yeah. I mean... Oh my god, I haven't told you. There's been a development in the news in the UK regarding color blindness. I don't think I've spoken about this on stream. So as you guys know, I'm colorblind. And certain industries, certain professions, pretty much if you're colorblind to any degree, you're not allowed to work in said industries. Train drivers, pilots, you know, stuff like that. And even if your colorblindness is like, you know, a 1% thing, like if it's bad enough that you'll fail the Ishihara plate test, which if you've never seen it is like, it's like 20 circles, and each circle has a different number on it, but the colors of the circles and the numbers are in such a way that it tests color blindness, and people who are colorblind can't see the numbers. However, in the UK, I'm going to get a test up just so you know what I'm talking about. Let's do one together. In the UK, in January, the government changed the laws along with the Civil Aviation Authority, or whatever they're called, and the rail unions about testing for colorblindness. And there's now a new test, which instead of it just being a pass or fail, it gives you a score as to like how colorblind you are. And basically, it will be done on the basis of that. So this is the traditional one. This is the Ishihara test, right? So to me, that's like what? Well, wait, I don't want to type these individually. There's got to be an easier way of doing that. So this is like the traditional one. Yeah. So like I can see that 12 just fine. This is a 3, I think. 29. And then this is where it gets a bit harder. Like an 8, maybe. I think this one is a 17, maybe? This one's tough for me. Like, I can sort of make out the shape. It could be an 8. I don't know. But then I get to certain plates, and like a plate like this, it's just colored circles to me. There is no number there to me. At all. Right? But they brought out a new one. CAD test color vision. Here we go. And you can usually find practice ones. So they're basically like squares that are all changing color all the time. But what it does is when you first click onto the new square, it no, it's not computer aided design. It's the color assessment and diagnosis test. So yeah, this is the new test. This is new. This is a completely new thing developed. I can't remember which university, but it's exciting, and I'm excited for anyone who has color blindness. You know, obviously it's something I'm mildly passionate about because I'm colorblind. But anyone who hasn't been able to apply for certain industries because of colorblindness, and even if they're only a tiny bit colorblind, they just weren't allowed to apply for these jobs. They might now be able to fulfill their dreams. Like, say someone's always wanted to be, hypothetically, a train driver, for example. Under the new system, they might actually be able to. They might be fine doing that job instead of using a test from like the 80s. Yeah, so I think it's quite exciting. Sorry, very boring aside for you guys with no care in the world about color blindness, but for me, I was quite excited to read that. Nice chair there. Kilo Limo like that one. We like when, you know, people are able to overcome these barriers that life throws at them. Because it's one of those things, you can't help it. There's no cure for colorblindness. Despite what, you know, Logan Paul puts on his freaking YouTube channel, there is no cure for colorblindness. You can't buy a pair of glasses and magically you can see normally. It doesn't work like that. Although some companies make a fortune off of it. You can't buy a £200 pair of coloured glasses to make you see normally. It doesn't quite work that way. My father's colourblind as well, born in Scotland, so I'll let him know. He'll be pleased. Yeah, well, you know, if he wants to be... If he wants... Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alrighty. Well, that was nice, wasn't it? Ghostkai as a pilot would be cool. It would be cool. It would be cool. Sadly, probably not ever going to be the case, but yeah, you know, it'd be cool. Pleased to see progress. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I found out I was colorblind when I was in primary school. I don't know what they call it in America and Canada and stuff, but primary school here in the UK, or junior school or something like that. Hello. I've done the laptop. Thank you. Yeah, I found out I was colorblind quite young actually, and I remember the school nurse did the test with me, and she spoke to me like I was a freak. She was like, "What's wrong with you? Why can't you see them?" I was like, because I don't know why I can't." What game? This is Dead Signal, my friend. If you want to know how the game works, / Dead Signal in chat, and it'll give you a little guide. It's quite a complicated game. That's the only reason I say that. Welcome in. Yeah, and she gave me a letter to take home to my parents. I did not take that letter home to my parents. I was just in denial about it, and I put it in the bin because I felt like a freak. It might sound silly, but what does Christmas look like? Because it's usually red and green. So this is a conversation I've had with a colleague recently. Not I've done the man. All good. Thank you. It might sound like a weird thing to say, right? But the question is, I don't know. Because when you ask me to make comparisons to what you guys see, I don't have a frame of reference. It's like if you were to ask someone who's been blind from birth, what's it like being blind? What's it like not being able to see? They kind of can't tell you because they've never been able to see. So they can't really describe the sensation of not being able to see. Does that make sense? So like when someone says to me like, oh, you know, what's it like being colorblind? How does it affect your vision? Truth is, I don't know.
Follow, sausage.
Truth is, I don't actually know how it affects me because I've never known any different. I only notice it in very minor ways. Like, for example, we used to own a sofa. We still have a sofa. It's a different sofa. We used to own a different sofa. Hello, Memento. How you doing? And that sofa, to me, was like a purpley colour. But Moz would always say, oh, the brown sofa. And I would be like, what do you mean brown? And she's like, well, it's more of like a brownie colour. But to me, it was like a dark purple. No. Was it not? Did you not say brown? Don't rewrite history. What am I saying wrong? You called it brown? No. I called it purple. Because I can think about that sofa in my mind right now. I never called it brown. It was always purple to me. 100%. Maybe you said it was blue then. Because I always said it was purple. Okay, dead signal. Maybe you always called it brown? You're actually misremembering here. I'm not even gaslighting. I always called it purple and you always used to mock me for doing so. No way, I hated that you called it brown. No, you hated that I called it purple. I would call it purple and you'd be like, darling, I hate to tell you, that's not purple. Trust me, to me it was a dark purple. I remember very well because I thought about it a lot after you corrected me. Like a lot. Because I felt like I was mad. We're in a fight? We're not in a fight. It's not a Mandela moment. Very genuine. It was purple to me. Moz corrected me on it being purple. It might not have been something as overt as brown, but you definitely said it was like, it was more of like a blue or something. But regardless, we disagreed on what the... Is this gaslighting? No, because there's no malicious intent. Moz is just misremembering. That's gaslighting. We're just remembering different things. But I thought about it a lot more than she has, I can guarantee you, because I felt very silly for being colorblind. Color is just a pigment of our imagination? Yes. Yeah, I thought about it a lot, that sofa, because I hate being colorblind. I hate it so much. Like, genuinely. I really don't like that I'm colorblind. I feel like I'm missing out on the world.
Come closer. Don't move.
1, 2.
Thanks for the follow,
3,
sausage.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Although the funniest ones are the ones where people seem to think I see in black and white. Like, no. Like, yeah, that is a type of colorblindness, but that is like an extremely rare type of colorblindness that affects like less than 1% of people who are colorblind. Like, it's an absurdly rare thing. People who are colorblind don't see like dogs, okay, guys? Even dogs don't see in black and white, I don't think. They see in a bit more nuance than that. 5C. Ex-urgency. Hello, how you doing? Package? Yeah, no, I've picked up the package already. Oh, do you mean to report? Wait. Oh, no, you mean 5C. Yeah, that's what I'm literally going to do, yeah. Chuckling Cactus, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, my friend. Dogs can see some color. Yeah, they can. They're colorblind, but not like how TV shows portray them. They probably see like worse than me, but similar in a sense that it's not quite the same. Vision is such an interesting sense. Yeah, it is. Oh no, why did I go up? I've already got the package. It's okay, it's not too far. I'll put on the fast mode. That'll counteract it. Dogs can see yellow and blue, I believe. Yeah, sounds about right. The main way I see my colorblindness manifesting, I don't really understand why. If I look at signs that have blue neon on them, I find it extremely hard to focus on it. It's like the blue and the black background are competing for being in focus. Are you red-green colorblind? Yeah, Deuteromina, or whatever it's called. I don't know the name. But yeah, red-green colorblind. That's the most common kind. Ghostkai got 1950s television vision? Yeah, I don't. My ex-husband was colorblind and would always choose bright pink shirts that he didn't realize were bright pink. I mean, he must have had quite severe colorblindness for him not to realize they were bright pink. Oh. Well, that's... Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Okay, 50701. Okay, what time are we at? It's nearly midnight. We're due the breather, for sure. Need to keep an eye out for him. And Del Taco's going to be around. Okay. This... Okay. Buy that. Quick check of the room. I think we're back to a red signal now. Vision's always been interesting to me, especially since I have a lazy eye myself. How does that affect your vision? I profess I don't really know how lazy eyes affect vision. Because I kind of got the impression that the brain like compensated. I can only see sharp with one eye. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I went to school with a girl who had a lazy eye. And I don't think she ever said about a vision being any different. But then I can't remember how sort of severe the angle was. So maybe it's on a case-by-case basis. That's interesting though. I didn't know that, Cactus. You learn something new every day. I always thought it was just more like a visual, no, not a visual, because obviously we're talking about eyes. I'm sounding stupid now. I always thought it was more of like it affects you in that obviously people see you with a lazy eye. But I was always under the impression that the actual vision itself was almost like corrected by your brain. But yeah, you've educated me there, so thank you. I didn't know that. Like, it makes total sense what you're saying. But for some reason, I sort of thought the brain did its thing. Because the brain's very good at doing stuff like that. Even if you've got the biggest nose in the world, you don't see your nose in your vision, do you? Even though it's literally right in front of you, in between your eyes, and it's actually directly in your eyesight, but your brain filters out your own nose. Also, Melissa, hello! How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. My left eye has a very minor laziness to it. The optician almost missed it. I don't notice much, but every now and then it'll go slightly out of focus for a second or two. I see my nose all the time. You see, now you're all seeing your nose because you're thinking about it. But Cactus, you might see it a bit more than I say. We can have a bit of banter. We're friends now. Well, now my brain stopped doing that and I can't stop looking at my nose. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, when the stuff that your brain does without you thinking about it, the moment someone tells you to start thinking about it, it's not good. Hey guys, don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to breathe, guys. Don't forget to keep your heart pumping. You know, these automatic motor functions that you have absolutely no control over whatsoever. That just occur. Do we need a Lotus? I'm going to send this one to Lotus. Against my better judgment. I've semi-reset Lotus. The heart one freaks me out. You have no control over your heart. You can't slow your heart down, don't worry, or speed it up, or whatever. Oh, I've made Lotus happy, guys. Mission complete. I'm so conscious that Breather is... Like, where is Breather? He's kind of overdue. Yeah, we've triggered Mr. DeFalco, sadly. I knew he was there as well. How did I end up triggering? Oh my god. Well. Dead signal, baby. Thank you, Sunshine. Chief Lotus Monitor. People say I see less depth, but I don't know different. Well, this is it, right? It's the same with like color blindness or any kind of issues anyone has had like since birth. Asking them how it affects them or, you know, similar questions. It's kind of impossible to answer, isn't it? Because you don't know any different. Surgery sounds so scary to me. I mean, yeah. Wow. I mean, surgery in your eyes. Listen, I played Dead Space 2, okay? The idea of surgery on my eyes... Nope. Actually, should we try and trigger Mr. DeFalco quickly? One time. Hello, Shaney boy. I feel like eye stuff especially is a different kind of... Oh no, she's here.
That's it. Come closer. Don't move.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, so much for trying to trigger DeFalco. I'll try it on the 8th floor. What happens if something goes wrong? Well, you're blind. That's it, isn't it? Lose your sight. Yeah, I agree. Stuff to do with eyes in horror is a very particular kind of squeamish, isn't it? I don't think anyone likes that. I think it's enough to make most people's bums clench and stomachs turn. At least I see an unfocused image in my bed. Yeah, fair enough. 50701. Thank you. Okay, we are so due for the breather that I'm now extremely nervous. Right, quick reset here. He's alive, isn't he? Yeah, peep. By the way, if you hear whistling now, I need you to collectively freak out and start screaming. Oh my god, hang on. Okay, I thought the noir was standing there. Oh, what's the objective? To get through the night, Shiny Boy. If you want to see a complex, well, a decent breakdown of very complex mechanics, type exclamation mark dead signal in chat, all one word. It's a really good write-up. I'll repair that in a bit. Where is he? I don't like this. Body on the bed? No, already reported. He's asleep. He's already asleep. Wait, hang on. No. He said it was good. He said it was good. I was questioning myself. Was it a body? Was he asleep? Okay. Package 7C. We'll do one more pass. I reckon DeFalco's gonna trigger with the 7C. Okay. No breather. We should trigger him on 10. Yeah, we could try, couldn't we? Mr. Hobbit's on his way home. Oh, lovely. I remember the last time we had Lucas, actually. Let's be very careful here. Okay. I'm going to turn off fast lift because we don't need it right now. 10th floor. Try and trigger Mr. DeFalco. Then 7th floor. Which killer do you think is the hardest? Oh, the breather. Oh, the breather. Because if you don't, you know, the breather spawns at the elevator, you have 20 seconds till he kills you. Which means realistically, you need to be checking that camera every 20 seconds. Especially when the killers get more aggressive after like 2 AM. He consistently catches me out when we get super late in the night. Because I get too many plates spinning at once. I'm glad we checked for him. Del Taco, I mean. Escalation of tasks is so rough. It is. The thing is, once you do get into a good groove, it is fine. And once you've found that groove, at that point, it's actually difficult to fail unless the game's RNG just decides you're cooked. Once the game decides you're not going to win, there's no real way to recover. We've had it many, many times where we've been doing exceptionally well. Like, nailed every single mechanic. Oh, nice. We can save our instant repair. There he is, finally. Yeah, you can nail every single mechanic, gain loads of quota and stuff, and then suddenly the game can just turn around and go, yeah, you're not going to get any items for the next 40 minutes. Or for the next 45 minutes, you're going to have to deal with non-stop killer interactions, meaning...
Chugga, 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 chugga.
That nearly put me off, thank you for that. Or you get non-stop, like, killer interactions that mean you can't report the objects, so you fall behind on quota. Like, when the game goes for you, it's very hard to recover. If at all. I feel like every time I've ever seen someone complete this difficulty, it's just pure luck. Pure luck. So the only time I've ever seen anyone completing it, it's just like the stars align. And a lot of those players, like, they alter the game's brightness and stuff like that to make the game easier for themselves as well. And I get it, right? They just wanted it, finished. So I sympathize, I do. I'm trying to do it like...
You know that tomato soup and pasta soup aren't the same, even though pasta soup is pretty much made out of tomatoes?
No?
Thanks for the follow, sausage.
What did we say yesterday, Digilad? Don't use the free TTS to put a big chunk of text in. It doesn't contribute or add to the stream. Otherwise, I'll have to make it not free. It's free, so it can be used for the occasional funny thing. Like, you could just type that in chat. Admittedly, no one will probably answer it because they'll be like, what? What? But yeah, you don't need to do things like that as text-to-speech. Please. Especially while we're like... When we're like mid-thought or mid-conversation, or we're playing like a particularly hard part of a game, it just sort of takes over the stream. And I would hate to have to get rid of it. Because it can be very funny sometimes. Like, I actually don't know what I was talking about before that redemption now. That's alright, Digilate. It's fine, mate. Just, you know, try not to use it too much. But for stuff that is... For stuff that is essentially spam. You know what I mean? Like, I know you're just putting like a silly question in there, but it is essentially not related to anything that's going on. It's not even really related to you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a random thing. And I do like us to have Bit of focus in this stream. We don't just have random nonsense. We like to talk about things. Hello, Krista. How you doing? Bad signal. Oh dear. Have we reached the point? Have we reached the point? When are we getting a Stardew Valley stream from me? Would you like a Stardew Valley stream from me? I'm open to the idea. I love Stardew. You would? Interesting. Teach me all of the things. Nakiva says, nah. Nakiva, I found that very funny. Duo farm? I mean, we could do mods, but then you're committed to giving up your free time for content. Because it wouldn't just be one stream, would it? Can you do that? I will commit. Okay. Well, we'll see. Can I ban Nakima? No, you cannot ban Nakima. How about Palia? I've looked at Palia. Oh, Lucas just got his laser out. That's good. I've looked at Palia. It looks like a fine game. I don't think it's a Ghostkai game. You know what I mean? I'm not sure that I would actually enjoy it. It's not... Do you know what it is? Everything I've seen of Palia is like, it's a really good, like, time sink, and it's just like something nice to do, right? It's pleasant. 46422. It's not enough game for me. Does that make sense? Like, I know it's good, but I feel like it's not enough of a game for me. Like, it's not like a proper MMO. It's more of like a potter around and do stuff kind of game. And that's fine. Like, those things are fantastic. Okay. Those things are fantastic, but I'm not sure it'd be good stream content for me personally. I'm not a VTuber. Oh dear. Nothing against VTubers. We're friends with lots of VTubers. Thorla, Shishis, you know. I've been playing Core Keeper lately, and it's a perfect mix of Stardew and Terraria. I heard people saying Core Keeper's excellent. I've heard it's very, very, very good. So you're not the first person to make that recommendation. Sometimes, though, I do struggle to even think of considering games that are like Stardew when I have Stardew. I feel like I'd be... And this is my own fault. This is not the fault of developers around the world. But I would be constantly comparing things to Stardew. And that's really unfair, because Stardew is like a perfect game. It's really hard to make a game in the same vein as Stardew when Stardew exists and is still being updated to this day with new content, like good content as well. Like, they added a whole island and stuff. Like, they've done all sorts of stuff with it in the last year. It's really hard to, like, try other games when, like, Stardew's still going. How do you feel about Chocolatier and when it comes out then? I mean, it's a good question. And I'm sure the developer has had these same anxieties, One Fat Cat, which is probably why Haunted Chocolatier seems to never be coming out. Imagine you made your very first video game, right? Like, you yourself, not collective you personally. On your first go of making a video game, you made something that is universally critically acclaimed, and like 10 years later, or however long it's been, people absolutely adore it. People have a cult-like obsession with the game you have created. They have concerts with Stardew Valley music. They released a board game version of Stardew Valley. Like, they did all kinds of things for Stardew Valley, and it's still going. He's still making new content for it. Now, imagine you made that for your very first game. And then people say to you, well, what's next then? And you go, well, and you go, well, I'm going to do a different game. And it's kind of like Stardew, but it's very different. It's its own thing. I'll be honest, I didn't see the shadow, guys. Did anyone see the shadow? Is what it is. Let's do some city hunting, shall we? I didn't see it. I'm not saying that's like a glitch or anything like that. I'm probably just talking too much. Let's go to, what was it called? It's not City Guesser, is it? It's like that. Something like that. Do you remember the name? I don't remember the name. So yeah, like imagine you've got this game with like insane appeal. Like an insane level of appeal. God, I can't find it. There it is. Here we go. And then suddenly people are like, what's your no, it's not GeoGuessr. It's the one where you're walking through cities. It's it's Virtual Vacation. I found it. Yeah. Okay. Let me move my face because you don't need to see that. All right, folks. Oh, change category. Hang on. We need to do this or we'll get in trouble. Finding, what are we going to call it? Finding our way. And what game is this? Is it called City Guesser, isn't it? City Guesser. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to stop the YouTube stream because